I thought it was going to be something easy.
Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay, you guys did an amazing job at portraying Blake and Schofield. We felt like we were running with you every step of the way. The filming technique that you guys used to convey your character stories made watching 1917 an intense and emotional experience. Suddenly, we understand why director Sam Mendes chose to film the movie in a one-shot sequence. While the ambitious project translated beautifully onto the screen, getting things right the first time wasn't always easy. 1917 is quickly becoming everyone's favorite war movie, and that's because it stands apart from the other films in its genre. 1917 is filmed in a one-shot sequence, making viewers feel like they're watching Blake and Schofield's mission unravel in real time. We're about to reveal how 1917 was filmed, shot by shot, and why director Sam Mendes chose this filming technique to begin with.
From the very beginning, I felt this movie should be told in real time.
Sam Mendes wanted to convey the absolute horrors that would go in to shape the Great War. His grandfather, Alfred H. Mendes, was 17 years old when he became a soldier in World War I, and he lived to tell his grandson about his side of the story. Sam knew that when it came to directing 1917, a normal movie template just wouldn't be followed. He wanted the raw emotions of the soldiers to translate onto the screen. And to properly do this, he decided to create a movie that would make audiences feel like they were following the movie's main characters in real time. Choosing to shoot 1917 in a one-shot sequence allows audiences to be fully submerged in the movie's plot, as though they were playing a video game in which they feared for Blake and Schofield's lives. Because if these messengers failed to carry out their mission, their team would lose, and the words "game over" would flash across the screen.
We should make it.
The one-shot sequence helps viewers connect with Blake and Schofield on a whole other level, making the movie all the more realistic and emotional. This filming technique isn't typically used due to how complicated and challenging it can be. However, if properly executed, it can elevate a movie's shock value while hyping up a viewer's senses. Using this method, Sam was able to inflict the fear, adrenaline, and anxiety the soldiers were feeling onto the viewers. So while there is a big risk to use the one-shot filming method, there is also a big reward. But how did Sam manage to pull this off? And who helped him translate his vision onto the screen? Well, simply put, Sam had to start at square one. He needed his cast members to know exactly what was going on before introducing the cameras. It took 6 months for the actors to rehearse the entire movie before filming could commence. And pressing pause when someone messed up wasn't always an option. As you can see, entire scenes were filmed in unison, and actors were instructed to stay in character until the director yelled "cut." While filming the soldiers running across the field, you can see actors bumping into each other, falling, and getting back up. But while a lot of these run-ins were not planned, they accurately demonstrated the messiness of a real-life battlefield.
I have to see Colonel Mackenzie! I have to stop this attack!
Obviously, 2 hours of screen time can't be filmed into one perfect sequence, so Sam had to get creative when introducing cuts into the film. These cuts couldn't happen midway through an action scene, as they would be easy to spot, ruining the illusion Sam fought so hard to perfect. Although Sam's project was ambitious, it wasn't impossible, and history would prove this. After all, Alfred Hitchcock managed to perfect the one-shot sequence in 1948 when he used it to create the movie Rope. Whenever a cut had to be made, the camera would circle an object, be it a tree or a building, and only then could the camera be stopped. Circling around an object makes it easy to pick up where the camera left off, allowing the cast to catch their breath, all the while protecting perfectly filmed footage that would be rendered useless if someone made a mistake in real time. Sam used this editing trick every single time the camera bent around the maze-like trenches, and this came in handy, considering the chaotic nature of these scenes. But Sam didn't work alone when it came to perfecting the one-shot movie. He had a very experienced and talented cinematographer on his side, which helped make 1917 an unforgettable cinematic experience. Roger Deakins worked alongside Sam Mendes to deliver a film that many directors would deem impossible. The legendary director of photography used an Arri Alexa LF digital format camera to shoot most of the film. Roger introduced several lenses to achieve Sam's vision, which was most impressive, considering that it was Roger's first time using this type of camera.
One of the smallest cameras so far I've ever used.
For actors Dean Charles Chapman and George McKay, who played Corporal Blake and Corporal Schofield respectively, this movie proved to be the most challenging of all. This is because, as the main characters, the cameras never left their side throughout the entire film, and every single scene was crucial to the movie's success. Because, simply put, nothing could be cut out of the film, as it would tarnish the storyline's continuous landscape.
I wonder what they saw.
But despite the crew's biggest efforts, there is a continuity error in the film that makes the movie's in real-time aspect fall flat. Now, we're not hating on the movie, it's a work of art. However, there's no way the 2-hour film could have taken place in real time, as the movie first takes place in daylight, only to leak into nighttime and transpire into the morning. And that's a wrap. Before you go, tell us what you thought about 1917 and the way it was shot in the comments below. For more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to The Things and give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.